Hello, Mayflom here, and today I'm excited because I have got a really fun tutorial taking a ready-made design and making it my own. So I actually got this. This is a free cut file that any of us can get from Canvas Workspace, which is also free. And I love that every month Brother adds these interesting files. So I saw this mermaid pillow and I just had this idea to go ahead and download this pattern and give it a go of my own. So first of all, you can see that I'm importing this via USB. I saved it to my USB drive, moved it onto my ScanNCut. And now what I'm going to do is resize this. And this is one cut file, all of these pieces. So it's going to size everybody up and down proportionately. So I'm sizing it down to where I think I want it. And then I'm going to go ahead and scan in. I have gold iron-on material. Remember, with iron-on, we want the iron-on side up. So you want it upside down. You want the shiny transfer sheet face down. And then once this is scanned in, you can see how fast it goes. It's going to show me where this material is. This is a unique feature to the ScanNCut and wonderful because I can move my design around and make sure that I am getting an optimal spot on my material. I don't need a full sheet of material. And then what I can do, if it works better, I can go in here and move things around by degrees to really optimize how that is, and so that I'm actually going to be able to save the little corner pieces that are not being used off of this gold material, which gets more use out of pricey vinyl material, which is something I always want. And now I'm going to just go in and say to cut. I'm also going to go in the toolbar and select half cut. So the ScanNCut is going to auto detect how deep my material is. It's going to cut my material, but not the transfer sheet. Now, once this is all done cutting, we're going to weed it or remove all of the parts of gold that we do not want. And yes, you can cut around your image to reduce waste on your vinyl as well, but you just want to remove any piece that you don't want to transfer. And this may take a couple minutes as there are quite a few small pieces. Now, once this is done, you're going to pull out. Now I've got fabric here. I've got it folded over into the shape of the pillow that I imagine I want. I'm making my own. If you have a ready-made pillowcase, you can use your own ready-made pillowcase, but I am going to make my own. So I've got it folded the way I think I want it, and I'm going to center my design on what I imagine to be the front of the pillowcase. And here you can see that I've cut around it to minimize waste, and you can see how beautiful this design is. And this is just so much fun. And you can see that mine's also the opposite of the original because I flipped it. And it's important to remember with iron-on material, you're going to get the opposite. So if you want it to be the way you saw it, you would just hit, there's a little mirror button that you could have hit it on the ScanNCut. Doesn't matter for me. Anyhow, we're going to put fabric over the top and our nice hot iron and press and repeat over the entire design until it has transferred. Then remove that transfer sheet. And as you can see, we have our beautiful finished design. Well, not finished exactly. That's how it was from the free file. And we could certainly work like that if we wanted. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to actually take some of my kind of adhesive, sticky stabilizer material that I usually use for machine embroidery or hand embroidery. It works as well. And I'm going to go ahead and stick that on the back there, right behind my design. And then I'm going to add some stitching. I'm going to add some sequins, some beads. I'm really just going to have fun with this, adding hand stitching. As you can see on the back, all my stitches show through. I'm not worried about this. This is a decorative pillowcase, so it's okay with me if there are some stitches on the inside. And this is why I'm doing all of this before I actually stitch my pillowcase shut. So I'm just going to carry on with however many stitches I want to make, however many beads I want to sew on. There's not a rule here. I'm just adding kind of a combination of some fun stitches and also some fun little accents with just some very basic stitching. And as you can see, as I go around here, a little of this and a little of that. And I just love that gold iron-on that blue fabric and then the aqua and purple accents. I just love how this is coming together. So what next? Well, I have to fold and stitch the two ends. If we're looking at this the way the fabric is, the top and the bottom, this will make the folds for when I close up my pillowcase. And then I just go ahead and iron so that I know where my marks need to be. This is a 12-inch pillow that I'm doing here. So go ahead and mark. And then what I'm going to do is fold this inside out so that I can stitch the two sides closed and our pillowcase will be done. It really is that easy. If you don't even have to have a sewing machine, you could do this by hand stitching the two edges together. I do have a sewing machine though, so I am going to go ahead and pull this out. As you can see, just set it up. Make sure that you're clear on where you want that stitch to go and stitch away. Now, once this is all done, I do want to trim off the excess. I do want to remove as much of that stabilizer as I can. However, before I do any of that, I always flip it right side out and look at it on the pillow. Make sure that the corners are fitting nicely. Make sure everything is the way I want it to be before I trim off excess. This gives me more flexibility in case I mess something up, because let's be honest, sometimes when I'm crafting, I definitely do mess things up. So this gives me an opportunity to double check my pillow fits. Everything's good. I don't want to let things out or take things further in before I am done. And as you can see, I'm just really looking it over. How is it? Once I kind of fluff the pillow, do I want to remove some, let some out? All of that good stuff. Did I accidentally stitch wrong? Is there a spot that's not stitched properly? All of this can be, the seams can be ripped out and redone if necessary. But if you do like everything and oh my gosh, I love how this turned out, you are ready to put this on your bed, style it. And I hope you've enjoyed my quick little tutorial here today. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe for even more video fun and inspiration.